Wait, don't stop the video just yet. We're not doing Funkos today. We're talking about the Mandela Effect. I have some explaining to do. What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for coming back today. This is a different type of video that I've not done before, but I'm going to do a top 10. The reason for this video is I did have a video about a month ago. That's what the thumbnail looked like. Where I did, kind of a funny video where I thought was funny about Mandela Effect, and I put myself in Dawson's Creek. Obviously, that didn't happen. But it was supposed to be just a joke, just to get everyone laughing. But man, people seriously got mad about that video. Like I got some ugly messages on Instagram that I clickbaited and got everyone to click on that video just to get views and everything like that. And I'm telling you right now that was never my intention. But I'm never out to trick anyone into watching my videos, ever. So, to the people that I did offend with that video, saying that it was clickbait and all this other stuff, I am sorry. I honestly believe that, Mandela Effect, it is something cool to kind of check into and look at all the different examples. And I did mention real examples that happen. But, it's to try to, make up for that. I'm going to do a top 10, my top 10 of Mandela Effects that I think are pretty cool. Now, I'm not going to have the obvious ones that that everyone talks about, pretty much, the Berenstain Bears, which, the old thing is that everyone thought it was Berenstein Bears, but later on you find out it was Berenstain. That's usually everyone's number one, that the most searched Mandela Effect, but, little back history. So, everything about this is going to be true. But how Mandela Effect happened for me. It was 2015, and I had read, true story, that I had read that Tim Curry, most people know him from Rocky Horror Picture Show, or, he played Pennywise in It. He's played in so many movies. Home Alone 2, he's the hotel manager, I think is what it's called. But anyway, so I had read that he had passed away, that he had died. And so I just happened to go to Sam Goody, FYE, and they had the Dr. Frankenfurter Funko Pop. So I bought it on the spot because the guy had just passed away, and I was like, this is probably going to skyrocket in price. And so I was holding on to it. So I'm scrolling through Facebook probably several weeks later. And I see that he is doing a signing at a Comic-Con. And I was like, so I was talking to my buddy, I'm like, hey, this is weird. Like, why would they not take this down? Tim Curry is going to be here doing a autograph signing and, taking pictures and stuff at this Comic-Con. He was like, that's pretty cool. Tim Curry's pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, but he passed away. No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. So that searching for stuff, and I'm trying to find where I saw that he passed away. Can't find anything. Seriously, cannot find nothing. And so then that's when my buddy says Mandela Effect, and I was like, "What's that?" And so he starts telling me examples of it, and it is crazy. The stuff that you think all along, but it's not been right your whole life. So I have come up with a top 10 list. Enough gabbling and going on, but that was what introduced me to Mandela Effect and what got me attached to it and going down the rabbit hole. But I have made a top 10 here that I'm gonna go over that I think are pretty interesting things. Maybe it's stuff that you have said or thought happened, but it never really happened at all. All right, so do you remember when you were a kid and you went in, you're gonna make a peanut butter jelly sandwich for lunch, and your mom or your dad or whoever would reach in and grab that jar of Jiffy, and then, you get the grape jelly. But interesting fact that a lot of people think that Jiffy was a peanut butter brand. But there was never a peanut butter brand named Jiffy. It's always been just Jif. Which is crazy if you think about it, because I did believe that there was a Jiffy, but I was like, maybe it was an off-brand, Jif. No, there's not been a Jiffy peanut butter. So that's crazy to me right there. This one's kind of crazy too. So, in Mr. Rogers, you know the famous song "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." That's not the song at all.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor.
See, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. And so a lot of people, my whole life, I've sang that song wrong. And even Hollywood, whenever they made the movie in 2019 starring Tom Hanks, the title of the movie is called A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. When that's not even the song that's sang, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. So everyone remembers the classic line from Cinderella, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" Right? You remember that clearly, right? You've seen it in Shrek.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all?
She says, "Magic mirror on the wall."
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
See? Told you. Alright, so number 7. Number 7's a fun one because this is something that I truly believed, honestly, is that... Remember that movie with Sinbad? Whenever he played the genie? Do you remember that movie? I did too, but obviously it never happened. I always thought that he played a genie named Shazam, and I was dead set on that. I for sure thought that happened. I'm like, it came out around the same time that Shaq played Kazam. And then there was a movie with Sinbad called Shazam. The Shazam never happened. You cannot find that anywhere that he ever played in a movie called Shazam, or he ever played a genie in a movie. It just never happened. But there's a lot of people my age that truly believe that Sinbad played in a movie where he was a genie. It is crazy. Try to find it. You won't be able to. Number 6 is a crazy one too, and this happens all the time because in my workplace, we do play music, and it's usually classic rock, soft rock, stuff like that. But Queen, they have the famous song, one of the most famous songs. Anytime you watch a sports movie or you see a championship game, usually this song's gonna be played. It is "We Are the Champions." So everyone knows the classic lines. "We are the champions," and at the very end of the song, everyone always says, "Play the song for people," and just don't sing along and just watch what they do. Because at the end of it, people truly believe that at the end of the song, it ends with "of the world," but it doesn't. It just says "We are the champions," and it cuts off. But it's so funny. Try that at home. Play the song and just don't say anything about Mandela Effect, anything like that. Just let it play. And let someone who truly knows it sing along and see if they do not sing the final verse of the world. It's so funny, and then you can blow their mind with all this Mandela Effect stuff. Okay, so, Fruit of the Loom. I remember Fruit of the Loom always having a cornucopia, right? The basket's filling over and the fruit's falling out. Fruit of the Loom. Looking through pictures, there's never been a cornucopia anywhere in Fruit of the Loom. But a lot of people believe that a cornucopia was always coming down and the fruit was falling out of it to make the iconic symbol, the iconic logo of Fruit of the Loom. I feel like my childhood's a lie. That's what I believe right now. But no, it never had a cornucopia on it. Look it up. You'll be sadly disappointed if you truly believe that one. Number 4. This one was another one that I truly believed too. Being a kid, I still remember whenever Febreeze came out, and you got your room stinks, and so you'd go get Febreeze, spray it in the room. Your mom would be happy because your room smells better. But everyone thought that it was spelt like this, the Febreeze. Everyone thought it was Febreeze, right? That's how you say it, Febreeze. There's never an extra E in there. It's always just Febreeze. And, I'm going to show you an example of, the different spellings. Is that not crazy? I truly always believed that it was Febreeze with 2 E's. Again, so crazy. This third one, I actually have proof of this one. So number 3, so ask someone, hey, Star Wars, C-3PO. Describe, what does he look like? He's a droid, and he's all gold, right? Right. He's all gold. He's not. Besides the newer ones of him, where he's got the red arm, I'm talking, let's go back to, like, New Hope. He was all gold, right? Nope, not exactly. Look at his right leg. His right leg is actually silver. Is that not crazy? And what's crazy about this, too, because I do have the Funko Pop of C-3PO. Look at that. 2 gold legs. Would you look at that? Even Funko got it wrong. When they made the C-3PO, even the Funko Pop has 2 gold legs. Go back and look at it. He has a silver right leg. Pretty crazy stuff. Alright, so number 2. We're getting down to the very end. Number 2 is another one that kind of blew my mind a little bit, because I'd always said it this way. And I don't know if it's just something from the South where we always add S's onto everything. Like Walmart's, Kroger's. You know, it's just we always add S's on stuff. And but the big one for me is growing up, huge actress of my time was Sally Fields. And, you know, she played in great movies like Smokey and the Bandit, Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump. You know, a true icon of acting in our generation. But her name is not Sally Fields. It's just Sally Field. There is no S. And, you know, you go and look it up, and, yeah, there is no S at the end of her name. I don't know if that's just something that we do in the South, that we just add an S onto everything and, you know, make it sound good. But, yeah, Sally Fields is actually Sally Field. Number 1. Here we are. We're at the very end of it. This one is one that actually happened 4th of July weekend. Got my brother-in-law with this one. Because I asked him to describe the Monopoly Man. But before you finish the rest of the video, pause it and go ask someone what the Monopoly Man looks like. To describe him, okay? So usually they'll say, he's got a top hat, you know, money bag, suit, and a monocle. Right? I mean, that's what I always thought. The monocle. Even, you know, in Ace Ventura, they depicted it with a monocle. What's crazy is you go back through history, look through all the Monopoly stuff, even back in the day, and he never had a monocle on at all time. But you ask someone to describe him, and that's how they describe him, is with a monocle. Mind blown with all this stuff, guys. But, you know, this is a list that I feel that I have been guilty of thinking of. Of course, there's so much more. I highly encourage you to go look them up, because some of this stuff will blow your mind. But that is my top 10 list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, hopefully this makes up for the clickbait that I did. But, yes, guys, let me know down in the comments if your favorite one was not on the list. Please let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite Mandela Effect. If you'd never heard of any of these that I talked about today, let me know down in the comments. I'm so happy to look up new ones. I'm always trying to expand my Mandela Effect knowledge. So if you got one that I haven't heard of, please let me know down in the comments. But guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Mom, I love you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys.